Okay, so I want to go over something that happened a few months ago and apologize for it. Basically, I caused a lot of trouble in V Studios, and it's been a while now, but I've been thinking about it for a lot, and I need to take accountability for what I've done. I did some very terrible things, such as yelling at staff members, spreading misinformation, trying to come back at hate comments, which probably ruined our reputation a bit. And there's a lot more that I did, but that would make this video way too long. But in short, like I said, I yelled at staff members, spreading misinformation. I was really shitty towards some members too, and I regret that a lot now. I might as well go quickly explain. I would cause some issues and label them as jokes in the server, which it was genuinely my intention to be silly. I had no intention of being rude towards anyone, hurting anyone, none of that. It then also came to a point where me and staff member had gotten into a romantic platonic relationship, and I ended up hurting them in the end because I had lost feelings for them, and then I left the server out of pure guilt, and it was without warning, by the way. I then came back to the server, and I had also mentioned that I was very sensitive about being replaced and such, and if you didn't know, I voiced V, and there was someone else who had a good V audition, and then everyone was, really raving about it, and I belt my role. I was super happy about it. And then the next morning, I woke up to a message saying that I had been demoted as the main voice actor to the backup voice actor. And I thought that this was just an attempt to get me off the team as the main voice actor for V. I still would voice Bassie, but all I really cared about was V. And I was just, super toxic about it. And after I was told that I was moved down to the backup, I had yelled at most of the staff members, and I had yelled at a few server members, which was really shitty of me, by the way. I mean, obviously. But then I realized that I had just yelled at a bunch of people and made them feel upset, and I felt really guilty about that. I left the server again. I decided to just join back, and my roles were taken away from me, so I had to re-audition. And that same person who auditioned for V had a lot more better reactions, so I just kind of gave up and left in general. And I did delete a post that I posted about saying that I was kicked off the team after that, because in the end I just left on my own accord. And yes, I posted that because they had also taken away my admin after I had lashed out at everybody. I then messaged one of the server owners saying that the other server owners started to seem like they were taking things more into control and that they seemed to be getting more strict about the server. And it made me personally feel like the server was getting pretty strict and, what's the word? I think just strict is what would describe it. And again, that's what I saw, not what anybody else said. I'm not putting words into people's mouths. And I tried to, argue, well, not attempt to argue, but I tried to explain to the other owner, and it turned into an argument. And then eventually they asked me, are you going to take a break now? And I said, no, I'm killing myself. Goodbye. Which, by the way, I was really going to kill myself because I actually believed I fucked up there, really badly. I almost did kill myself, but thankfully I didn't. And then I told my friends to leave the V Studios Discord server, and reminder, just my friends, which was 6 people out of 400 people. I had no intention of telling everybody to leave. But I still do believe that I should have waited till I had gotten better from the situation to ask them to leave. Some of them did, though, because they believed that they were kind of hurt in the server. But I won't get into that. And then eventually the team found out that I was telling people this. So then they had someone message me saying, not to tell people to leave. And I wasn't going to tell anyone else about it, so obviously I didn't tell anyone else to leave. Though I do kind of want to say thanks to that one person who did talk to me, because they did talk to me about, mainly I told them about, how I have the possibility of having PTSD and such. And they were really supportive of that, so thank you so much if you're hearing this. But then things ended, and I never talked to them again. And it's been haunting me, ever since. My actions, I have been too shy to talk to people, especially at school, as I had just gotten into high school, and I didn't know many people there. And this really affected me a lot. I only have like 2 friends in high school. So I just wanted to come on and say that I am really sorry for everything that happened, and that is no longer who I am right now. And I know sorry isn't enough about this whole situation, but I have spent like months, like I've had dreams and like nightmares about this kind of shit, and just flashbacks in general, and it's really affecting my mental health. Well, it did affect my mental health, but I got proper help, and I am with my therapist more often. I've been to partial programs, and I've been to the mental hospital once. My mental health, like relationship-wise with like friends and such, is a lot better now, and I am no longer some person who yells at people and labels it as jokes. At least I try not to be. And I swear on literal God that I am no longer that problematic person anymore. In fact, I've watched a lot more Precure, and I have grown from watching it. Like, I've learned a lot of lessons and such. And again, I just wanted to come on and apologize for everything. And those were my past actions, and that will never happen ever again. Not on my watch, at least. And if you still label me as problematic for all of those things that I did, I don't know what to tell you, because, like, I've improved a lot. And I don't exactly know what to tell you. I absolutely hate my past actions, though. And I don't want to be known as that kind of person who hurt others. I don't expect any forgiveness or anything, and I'm trying to word this in the nicest way possible, because I no longer want to be seen as that problematic person anymore. I just don't want anyone to see me as a bad person, because that's not who I am anymore. And I feel very insecure if I accidentally say something that sounds like I'm a bad person. And I seriously mean it in the most serious way possible when I apologize like this. Because again, it's been on my mind for months now, and I can't get rid of it. Again, I don't expect forgiveness. I just hope that we can just drop things and you forget about me and you just don't hate me, and that's all. And if you still think that I'm problematic even after this apology video, I seriously have no idea what to tell you, because I'm trying my absolute hardest to get better. And so far, this is the best I have been since what happened. I just genuinely hope we could just forget about everything. And we don't have to talk. I just don't want anyone to hate me. That's one of my biggest fears, being hated by someone. Unless they're, like, truly problematic, I don't want to be hated by anybody. And I don't want to hate anybody else. Again, unless if they actually do anything terrible. I mean, that kind of sounds crazy, because I don't exactly hate anybody there. It may sound like that, but I really don't. I'm going to wrap things up now, and I just want to say that I'm genuinely sorry for everything that has happened. Thanks.